So today what I'm going to talk about is outputting stuff to the screen. And so there are two different main ways of doing this with like text data and also numbers. Basically, first off, what you want to do is go down to Program, press Program, I believe, and then scroll over to I/O, and then if you scroll down to 8, or you could press 8, it doesn't really matter, either works, and clear home. Basically what this does is, like, anything that's on the home screen, it'll get rid of, and so you'll have an empty screen, and you can basically, like, if we run it now, then you'll see that it gets rid of the program tutorial thing, and replaces it, like, moves it down up one line, basically. And as you can see, this gives us a lot more flexibility as to how we can format our program screen and basically give us a blank slate. So now we're back in the program file, and basically, as I said before, there are two ways of displaying text data to the screen, and I'm going to show you how to do both of them here. So basically, what we're going to do is enter to make a new line, and then Program, scroll over to I/O, which is short for input output commands, and then you can see here 3 is display, and that's the basic way of doing it. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to add that, and then we're going to do the quotation mark, which is alpha, which is right under second, and then double quotes, which is right over the plus button right here, and then basically and you type your text in here, and one useful thing to do if you're typing a lot of text data into this is second alpha, which is a lock, and you can see that I can type like a few characters out at a time and not just one, which is useful if you're doing a long text string. Oops. Okay, so now we're going to type our text, which is I'm going to do hello world, which is basically, usually it's your first program in any language. And it's basically you'll see, if you see that referenced like hello world, you'll know what that means in the future. All right, so check that out. Um, 0, by the way, is the space key, so yeah, right there. I apologize if I am typing somewhat slowly. I am using my phone for this, so it's which is kind of impeding my view of the keys. But yeah, so yeah. Now at the end of this, we are going to add a second double quote. So we have this, what we want to display, enclosed in the quotes. So now, if I exit this and then execute our program again, then we see hello world is printed on the screen. So display is the basic way of doing output to the screen, but there's also another method which I like better, just because it has somewhat more. You have somewhat more control over how your text is displayed on the screen. So if we go back to our program, and then delete this display line for a minute. We are going to instead add the other command, and how you get to that is go to input output again, and then you can see right here there is the output command, which is basically allows for slightly more control over where your text is displayed on the screen. Basically, what you're going it takes it takes three variables, which I'm going to talk about in probably the next video. And basically, like the location, the where in the row on the screen you want your text to be displayed, and then which column you want your text to be displayed in. So basically, how that works is so this top position would be 1-1, basically, and then how from there going down and to the right, the values will increase. The rows going to 8, and the columns going to 16. So basically, going and that coordinate system is pretty much starting from 0, 0, well, like a lower number at the top left corner of the screen, and then increasing. That's pretty much true for any mobile device coordinates. So yeah. So yeah. Let's say I wanted to display Hello World again, but in this time, like on 2 lines, and then like maybe somewhat in the middle of the screen, I guess. So let's say row 3 for this one, and then what you're going to do is a comma to separate the column, to separate the row number from the column. And like this basically would be the column of the starting point, the start of hello. I guess maybe 5 or something, and then comma again, and then second, your double quotes. Oops. Okay, and then your double quotes, and then hello, again, I am somewhat still getting used to this indirect method of finding the keys. Okay, so now what you're going to do is an end parenthesis, because like as you can see at the start after the output we have open parenthesis, which for the start of the parameter list, and basically end parenthesis is going to signal that we are done with the parameters. Okay, so and then we're going to do that again. And actually, maybe I'm going to skip to that point in the start recording again when I'm done writing this, because this is basically the same thing again. Okay, so now I've finished the program, and so now, as you can see, I've incorporated a bit of like horizontal spacing into this, so that they're slightly separated horizontally, and they're on different lines. So what we are going to do is run our program, and then we will see, oops, sorry, okay. So now we're going to run our program, and so as you can see, Hello World is now slightly more centered, and it's more visually pleasing than it was before. So that is basically outputting to the screen.